Hello, world. What is up? Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Matt Forte, and we are here live at the Build Studio in New York City. Our first guest has been seen bouncing all over the Dick Wolf universe for a little bit now, but you know her best for her role as Kim Burgess on NBC's Chicago PD. Now, recently confirmed for a 7th season, and with what appears to be yet another devastating blow to the Berserk fan community, there is a lot to get into. I'm excited she's here. Folks, the great Marina Squerciati is in the building. How do we feel about that? Let's make some noise. Come on. Come on. I know you're wooing at home. We're going to bring her out in just a second. But first, I believe we have a quick peek at the show. So let's go ahead and run that clip.
Where are we going?
Guns are in our truck.
Cool. Nice hand tat. Is that a spider web? Man, my ex had one just like it. Where's his truck?
Back this way. We gotta take precautions with what we're selling.
Yeah, I get that. What are you doing?
What's going on?
Someone's following us.
Hey, Jay, where are you, man? You might want to get out here. Yeah, I told you, cops are all over these things. Where?
Blonde chick.
Oh, please relax. The blonde chick's with me. Allie! Works with me at the store. Hey. Hey, what's going on? Nothing. It's cool. We're gonna check out some guns. Great. Yeah.
Why are you following us?
I saw my friend walking away with 2 strange guys. It's girl code, bro. Let's see these guns.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Come on. They're over here.
Really playing it safe.
On my way out to you now. Where we at, man? Disappeared behind the pavilion. Doing a deal behind the truck in the back. We don't have enough guys to cover this.
Okay, let's see some cash.
Let's see some merchandise.
Guns are in the box.
I'm on the ground!
All right.
Put your phone on the truck! Get the truck on the ground now! Move it! Move it!
Ladies and gentlemen, make a ridiculous amount of noise for Marina Squerciati right here. Do it up. Come on. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And congratulations. We were just saying season 7.
I know.
Huge deal.
Huge. I kept my day job through season 1 because I was like,
You really?
yes. As an actor, you never know what's going to happen. So I had a computer that I took from New York. I was a Simpson, Thatcher, and Bartlett paralegal.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Tell me the whole
So
story.
no. It was just. I mean, I am not like a waitress. Like God bless those people. Like people.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, it's just not me. So I was a paralegal, and then I was like, I don't know if the show has legs. I'm gonna go to Chicago. I'm gonna do
Dick
it.
Wolf, though,
Dick
right?
Wolf.
So
Yeah, but you
so
just
for a
never
little
know.
bit-
Yeah, and now it's been great. 7 years later.
know.
Now I quit my day job.
And no more. You don't have to deal with people anymore.
Yeah, thank God.
And to be clear, I'm sure, and maybe this is how I feel. Maybe you feel differently. I like people.
Yeah.
I have trouble with the public, if that makes sense.
Not me. I get really, what happens is I'm outgoing, but I get shy around people I don't know. I get like a little close. And then once I know you, I'm like, here's my life story.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, hand me the tissues. But yeah, so no, I just, it takes me a while to get to know people. Yeah.
I hear that. For me, it's like when I go on a subway or something, when I'm with humanity, I get uncomfortable.
Oh, no, not me.
That's
I
hard
love
for me.
subways.
You love that?
I
You
do.
love subways?
I do.
Yeah, why?
I get car sick. Well,
A room full of New Yorkers, everyone just leaned in. You love subways?
I do. I love it. You just get to sit. It's like to sit and just be by yourself and read your sides for an audition or read a book and just listen. And I also get car sick, so I don't like taxis or anything or Uber.
Fair
So
enough.
there goes my Uber sponsorships.
Which I know was a big priority. That's on me.
Yeah.
We talked about that. We were going to try to knock that down. but
Yeah, I
it
was like,
is.
if any way you can get Uber in there so I can get a free Uber sponsorship.
Hold in the Ubers. We've been trying it at everything else. I'm really excited for you for season 7. You wrapped up season 6, I assume?
No.
You guys are still working on it.
I finish this. I get on a plane, or I have a little bit more press, and then I get on a plane and I start filming my big episode the next morning.
Another big episode.
5 a.m.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How long? When did you guys start filming? Then you work for a while.
Yeah, we work for 10 months out of the year. Wow. The worst 10 months of Chicago. And they're like, July and August, you guys do you. Do you in New York or LA? I'm like, no, I want to work not in February and January. But yeah, so we go back and we start filming. My co-star, my new love interest, Charles Michael Davis, who's very cute. So
Difficult position.
yeah. We had he had a topless scene. I was just in the bed and I was like, oh hi. Hello. But I'm like a badass on the show, so I'm like, yo, what's up?
Acting.
Yeah. But
You
Marina
know,
was like,
cool.
no, I can't. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Have you always, I mean, in general, just as a human being, are those scenes traditionally something that you have to really act your ass through because you're hiding the giggliness behind you?
No,
or just this
truthfully-
particular individual, he's quite a specimen.
Particular individual. I mean, if you're not an actor, I think there's no way you can possibly understand that love scenes are not sexy at all. They're just like any coffee shop scene or anything. It's just what you do. You go in, you go out. No big deal.
Not that this is a creepy show, but they come up a lot on here.
Yeah. But this man is, okay, we can stop talking about him.
We can
Let's move on.
Because I had at least 3 other cards just
he's
about
probably watching this being like, unfollow me on Instagram.
something about defined delts. You know what?
Yeah.
We'll move on.
Right,
I don't know.
okay,
I don't
yeah.
know where I'm going with any of this anyway.
Okay, good.
But I do want to. I was fascinated. The paralegal thing. You got the gig. You picked up. You moved to Chicago. You just went for it, right?
Went for it. They gave us a couple weeks of training to be a cop.
That's what I wanted.
I still, we had to learn defensive driving. I still had a learner's permit because I'm from New York. So I was like, some adult has to be with me in this car as I
can't
weave
do this
around.
after 6.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So, yeah. So I also, I get really nervous in driving scenes. That's my worst. I don't like.
Really?
Yeah, because I have to act and remember which is the gas. So like it's very.
We can't see your feet.
Yeah, no, true. But I think they're all very confident in they assume when you get to a certain age, you know how to drive really well. And
Something society
Right.
might have set out.
yeah, they like expect
You
it.
know it now.
And so I don't want to tell them that they're wrong and just be like, guys, do not make me a driver. So I've never said it out loud, but I hate it.
That's incredible. So hang on, what was your defensive driving class like?
There's
Did
just
you walk in just confident, just like try to lie your way through it? You didn't want to let them know for the record?
Like, it's like if like Steven Spielberg in a movie, it was an audition. It's like, do you know how to ride a motorcycle while on horseback? And you're like, I do.
I rode one here.
Yeah. Backwards blindfolded.
I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, I just pretend I'm confident and I am scared out of my mind.
That's worked out for you so far, right?
Yeah, just through life. That's basically my MO.
That's pretty amazing. I was curious too. What about like, did you do the age-old trope? Did you do any like shadowing of police officers or ride-alongs or anything like that?
Yeah, we did all that. NBC was like, ride-alongs, no thank you. We don't want you in the back of a police car in Chicago. But
exactly. That's why I was curious.
Yeah. No,
What
but
place to do it?
we have a police officer on set named Brian Luch, and he is there all the time telling us how to do everything. So we look like cops as much as possible and pay respect to that profession. So, yeah.
No, and it feels like you guys. I mean, this has always been the case with the Dick Wolf shows, but they always put a lot of research into that. A lot of consults involved, making sure that it's dramatic, it's a show, but they want to make sure you guys are being faithful to these people that actually do this stuff.
Totally
and
right.
Put their lives on the line.
Yeah,
and
and
so on
it's
and so
not just
forth.
like interview talk. We really do work hard to look and clear a room and arrest a suspect and all those things with truth, I guess.
We were joking just prior to starting, like literally seconds before the lights came up when we started. The wonderful Kate here gave you your microphone, and you went, you
Thought it was a gun.
Thought it was a gun.
Because every time I get on set, it's just like someone hands you your gun and you walk. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw it was a microphone. Yeah, thank you.
Which was an incredible moment for me personally. I wanted to share with the world. But
Yeah.
now that you're just so blasé and comfortable about, I'm on set. Oh, here's my gun.
Right.
Was that intimidating at first, like the firearms training, learning, getting comfortable with the idea of here's my gun?
Yeah,
Did that take time?
and now I don't even think about it. Yeah, it's not like I don't personally carry a gun. It's just
Right.
not my thing, but I am comfortable with the firearms now, which is a place I never thought I'd get to when I was paralegaling in New York. So, you grow.
Yeah, you do, don't you? To that end, you're in a fantastic position as an actor where we keep talking about season 7. This is great, and you've been with Kim for so long. As you've grown with Kim, as you've grown as an individual, would you say like those two lines, like, Marina and Kim, have they gotten closer together? Have they gotten farther apart? Have they overlapped more than you thought? Like, what's it been like growing with this character for 6-7 seasons?
I was the only one basically in my cast that hadn't been a series regular on a television show. I'd done more Broadway. I'd done like guest stars. Yeah, you were all over. I was all over, but I hadn't really had that TV gig that my co-stars like Sophia and Jesse and Jason and John. And so I think there was a bit of nerves. There was that I think translated into Kim, a new police officer. So I think we've sort of, she's gone to the dark side now. Yeah. She's a bit dark and I'm still my joyous self. But I'm more confident. I get my gun. I know my life. I just feel at home on set in a way that I don't know that I felt season 1.
Has any of that informed, like, have you learned anything from that you've used outside of the set? Like in the way that you're not like, do you go home and are you confident with guns at home? Not like that. But like,
okay. So what do you mean? No.
Just like, have you, by exploring Kim, have you learned anything about yourself as an individual? Like, I never thought that I could go in that place and like now I can harness this thing, or like, has it taught?
I never understood on television shows like how a character grew. Like, how does a part that is made up grow? And I'm like, wow, and I look at my character and I'm like, there's been some real changes. Like, now she'll like cut a girl, you know what I mean? And now before she was like, hello. So yeah. So just seeing that growth is kind of cool that my character on a procedural got to do that. Yeah.
There was a great story I read from an article you'd done a little while ago. It was the first time Kim didn't get the promotion for intelligence. Okay. And you like went to, as I read it, and I'm sorry to make you recall a deep memory, but this sounds like something that would stick with you, but you basically like went in Kim's defense to the producers and you were like, are you serious? She's been working so hard.
I forgot that. I did. But that happened to me recently too. So yeah, Kim didn't get the promotion and I was really angry that I didn't get it. And my co-star, Leroyce, who I love, got it. And so yeah, I went to the producers being like, I deserve this. And then my mom got upset. She's like, why isn't it you? Get up there. Get up there. So recently my character walked in on my ex-fiance and his new girlfriend. Yes. And I, the next day, cut my hair off. Like, I'm like Daniel Day-Lewis all of a sudden, like really experiencing the character. Yeah, I was like, I gotta cut it. I've gone through a breakup. Like, I look at myself and I'm like, I feel things pretty passionately.
Right before you cut your hair off, did you consult anyone on this?
No, I got in trouble too.
What did they say when you showed up?
I got a call from Eric LaSalle, my producer, and was like, hey, let's not do that. And I was like, fair. That's fair. But to be fair, I didn't ask them to cut this much off. They just kind of did it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, sorry, Eric. I swear I didn't ask for this. But yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny to me. They call you up. We got a lot of episodes left that we've got to now figure out why you have
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So my hair's up in a ponytail for a couple episodes until we can solve the problem. That's on me though. That's really on me.
It's pretty amazing how much, and I guess it totally makes sense. You're doing this 10 months out of the year. You're doing it for years at a time. Of course, you're becoming this individual. You're gonna get attached. You're gonna get sucked into that world. Have you been surprised at the level at which the fan community has gotten sucked in? We have, I don't know how familiar you are with the Burzek fan community, the Burzek Army. Yeah, okay, so you've heard.
I'm not surprised. We were an awesome couple. Why wouldn't you want that? I also got upset when he was when Patty was with Tracy's character. I don't know. I'm really attached to Kim, but I just read the next episode and we haven't had any Burzek interaction. And I'm like, okay, I can't. This is actually my big reveal. We have a bit of a Burzek action or like resolve coming up that I didn't expect. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Interesting.
So I'm really excited.
Well, now, yeah, as are we.
That's when I land on Wednesday and I was like, when do I film that scene? When do I film? I film on Friday. So I was like, okay, maybe we're building to something back. I don't know. I'm excited.
That's interesting. So that's the one you're going to work on next.
That's the one I'm going to work on next.
When do you have trouble? Like your excitement, does that manifest? Like, can you not like get to sleep the night before? before? Like, is it
Yeah,
Kid
I like
Before
to,
Christmas?
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's like that's exactly how I feel. When I like get excited about a scene, I start thinking about it. And like there's a scene already when Voight's coming up the stairs. I'm like, what could I do? I've never sat on the stairs. Maybe I'll sit on the stairs. Yeah, I'm a child. I get really excited.
No, but that's awesome, and two, to still have that spark on something that you've worked on consistently for this long, it's kind of amazing. It's kind of like a gift almost. to
We
still have
all, the
that.
whole cast, you know, sometimes I just wish I could like beam people in to show like if something isn't working, we all get together. No one's like, oh, don't give me a note. Like we are really close, and it takes a while to get there. I don't think season 1 you can turn to your friend and be like, I wouldn't do it like that. But now if like
you're gonna do
Jesse,
it that way.
yeah, right. If Jesse turns to me and he's like, less, and I'll be like, oh, okay. Or I turn to Patty, I'm like, I think, you know, we really do help each other, and I think because of that, our show's gotten better and better.
And you guys I imagine, have you like developed like a code, like a language, like we need more of this or more of that, or don't do like?
No.
Has nobody's done something that's developed a nickname around it, and now like, don't be a.
If there was, I wouldn't tell you.
I know. What the hell am I
There
thinking?
definitely is.
Yeah. What am I?
Oh, no. Yeah.
What about, here's the other thing I've always been fascinated by as a big fan of procedurals in general, but specifically the way Dick Wolf will create an entire, he was doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe before Marvel was doing it, where he would make all these different shows in one world. And then
Flintstones Meet the Jetsons.
Exactly.
I got you.
You want to go even farther back. Great reference. And so I've always been a sucker for those crossover things. Is it weird, let's start there, to take Kim to another set and another crew and another director? Or does all the Dick Wolf stuff feel like one big family?
It feels like one big family, but it's like going to someone else's house with different rules. Like Fire is very, I get a little more nervous on Fire than I do on Med. Like just, you know, I get like, oh, they've been here longer. They're like the mom and dad of the show. And then Med is like the kid's sister. I'm like, psh, you know, so it's just like, they're different. They also have different food. So you're like, oh, the food on Med, amazing. And you're so excited to get different food at different people's houses. It's fun. Yeah.
I wonder what dictates those decisions, like why they would have that much. Because you all film in close proximity.
Yeah, but we all have different people working.
So it's just a whole different production,
yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Different thing entirely. Are there little rivalries between them? Do you guys,
There are
softball
rivalries.
games? Do you do?
No, not at all. There's
You're
no
off during those months, right? Yeah.
Gosh, there's some people who don't hang out with us as much. There's some people that are more social, but there's no. Everyone disgustingly gets along. It's like a really every time Dick takes us all to dinner for like once a year.
Oh,
and
does he? Just like everyone else?
Yeah, and it's like a giant room. It's like a sorority fraternity like reunion. And he always says it's like we've got lightning in a bottle, which actually I don't know what that means now that I say it out loud. But I guess like why is lightning in a bottle?
Why do you want? Well, I mean, I imagine it's hard to catch.
Yes, right.
There we are.
But I also, once you catch it, what's in there? Like, what's going on in that bottle?
From my youth, I am led to imagine a lot of bright squiggly lines.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
It's
so
like one of those balls.
that's
Or,
why- or an orb. Maybe
An orb.
It's
an
orb-like.
orb. Yeah.
I suppose it depends on the make and model of the bottle.
Yes, exactly. Next time I'm going to be like, Dick? Dick, question on table 2?
That's what you should do.
Right. Yeah, he'll be
With
like,
Dick Wolf.
right.
Yeah.
Next, it's like Kim Burgess walks off into the darkness, never to be seen again. And you're just like, I'm really sorry. I just didn't understand the lightning analogy.
Drawing the connective tissue.
Anyway, we all get along, and it's gross. It's just so fun and amazing, and it's a great life.
I imagine the Dick Wolf dinner table like almost like a giant banquet hall and a flag on the back with some kind of crest. With like a,
It's like a dungeon. We all go down.
I don't know.
Dick Wolf. It's like Bruce Wayne's lair.
Exactly, kind of somewhere across between the Batcave and Wayne Manor, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
of
somewhere in
those
the middle.
two areas.
Yeah, no, there is a running joke that every year I sit by Dick Wolf, which is not by design. But now it's like everyone saves a spot for me next to Dick, and it's fun, and also I'm sitting next to my boss, so it's a lot of pressure. I like look at my note cards, like, what's your favorite color?
Notes to dinner.
So, Dick.
Richard, I've been told that like,
right.
we got a couple more questions, and we're going to go to the audience here. But God, man, thank you so. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so much fun with you. This is
Thank
great.
you. I felt like when I didn't hug you in the dressing room, I might have tanked the interview.
No, I'm so awkward. I'm very.
No, I'm
Italian.
awkward. You came in for the hug, and I was
No,
like,
who does that?
Sweet
I-
pivot. I was like,
I don't know. I just had built a certain amount of momentum from the doorway to the point
yeah,
of hello.
and then I shot my hand out real quick.
I know, and I should have interpreted that.
No, I know.
I think we've recovered.
Yeah,
since
yeah, yeah.
then.
But I literally put out a barrier. I was like, Stranger danger.
Which is why I immediately went into the speech of how I apologized for being Italian and that it's just how I enter a room. Thank you for being so
But
cool
I'm
about
Italian
that.
too, and I enter a room being like 10 feet.
You would have been in your right to grab your lightning bottle and walk right out. I'll tell you that right now. But you
my
came
gun.
out here.
Or my gun.
You came out here and like a trooper. I wanted to do something. I thought this was fun. I don't know if this is going to be a train wreck or not, but here's something that I think would be funny to try. Okay? Don't be scared.
Many a conversations I start are, listen, I don't know if it's going to be a train wreck,
But let's give it a go.
but let's try.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
I talked about the fan community and in doing some research and looking around. There's a lot of fun little bits of trivia. Some harder than others. Some I thought that was crazy that people would have these things cataloged. I'll have some multiple choice in certain instances. Otherwise, I just want to see if we can find our way to this because it's wild to me that these things are on the internet.
Okay.
This is an easy one, I think.
All right, I'm stretching.
Okay, and I think it's a perfect way to jump in after our Dick Wolf talk.
Okay, all right.
According to the internet, you've played Kim in 5 different shows total. Can you name all 5?
ED.
Got it.
Fire.
Yep.
Med.
Easy.
SVU.
Yep.
Justice.
Bam! Give her a ding,
yeah.
ding, ding, ding. A round of applause indeed.
Thank
That is
you.
all 5.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thanks. I feel confident now.
Yeah, well,
It's like the easy first question on the SATs, and then it's like, what is the division of 1,000 times 3? Multiply the power of x. All right, go.
one of them is, this one's really mean, but I had to put it. What's your badge number? Kim Burgess's badge number.
This is Kim Burgess, badge 56686.
Oh my God, you're so close. So close. You were
56686. It's not that.
You're 1 number off. The second number is off. Everything else is
58. No, I don't know what it is. 59.
59.
59686.
59686.
So close.
A round of applause. That was close.
Thank
Come on,
you.
you're gonna because of 1 number, you're not gonna give it to her. Did you know it? I didn't know it. She knew it. There we go.
I only know it because I called it in the last episode.
All right.
Because someone I know dies.
Put that away. Just be cool about it,
okay.
man. It's cool. You know. All right, this one, as we talked all about the firearms. Most officers, in regards to firearms, Kim carries A, a Glock 17, B, a Glock 22, or C, a Ruger LC9.
Glock 22.
I believe that's correct, yes.
It is true.
Yeah? I'm telling you, that might be right. Yeah, round of applause. For the record, that got me some looks when I was researching that downstairs. My monitor
The FBI is downstairs.
scrolling list. I'm on a list now for this, so I hope people are. I hope this is worth it. I'm enjoying this.
Okay,
so here we go. Last one. This is a pretty funny one. Kim has so far driven 2 cars on duty. Ironic considering the driving story there. So the first one, I'm gonna give it to you. A Ford Police Interceptor utility, and the second one is A, a standard Ford Police Responder. No. B, an unmarked Ford Fusion Titanium, or C, a Ford F-150 Responder. This question, not brought to you by Ford, but if they wanted to give us one, we'd take it.
Because I need it, because Uber is out.
Uber is no longer in the game.
I thought it was a Kia Sorento.
That might be. I went to the
Because
internet. This
I
could all be
know,
wrong.
because I went, because all the guys have like, Atwater has the Hellcat. There's like a GMC truck, and I've got a Kia Sorento. So it's like Burgess is like beep beep behind everybody. Just like I'm gonna be like 10 minutes late. I only get 80 on the dash.
You're probably right. The thing on the internet said,
middle one?
I mean, you're definitely right. You physically did it.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know why I said probably. Forgive me. But the one on the internet claims unmarked Ford Fusion
Yeah,
Titanium
the middle
was the one. It was the middle one. Yeah.
But can I just say something
Please
that
do.
recently I was like, they were like, here's a new car. And I was so excited. I was like, I'm going to get like a Hellcat. And I got a Kia Sorento. And I said, this is a true story. I go, why do I always get the mom cars? And the director goes, well, that's my car. So.
I thought.
And I was like, because they're awesome. Yeah, exactly. There's like no way to save yourself. Just.
The director's got like 2 shirts made. It's like car buddies, and it's like I like gonna hand you. Oh, never. This is nothing. This is
No,
nothing. This was for
Yeah.
This is for later.
So I love Kia Sorentos now.
That of course. How could you not?
Yeah.
Thank you for indulging me in that ridiculous game.
No, it's great. It was fun.
Thank you for being here and hanging out. We're not done yet. We're going to do
Okay.
some audience questions, but I want to remind everybody, Chicago PD, you're going to go do your big episodes. So that's coming up.
Yeah.
If you don't know it, you should, but it's Wednesdays, 10/9 Central on NBC. New episode, I want to say in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
new episode,
2 weeks,
give
yeah.
or take. Chicago PD, Wednesday, 10/9 Central, NBC. You're awesome. Let's get some questions from the room. Who do we got?
Good morning, Marina.
Good morning.
When you booked Chicago PD, did you realize how physical the role was going to be? Because you do a lot of running.
I do. I was upset in that clip that you only saw me walking. I was like, literally, like 10 seconds later, I'm jumping on someone and beating them, but they're like, let's show the walking to the public. I didn't. I don't think I did. And I also didn't realize how dangerous stunts are and how much I respect stunt doubles, because it's hard and painful and dangerous. But yeah, I'm in a lot better shape now, and I do a lot of lifting, powerlifting that I never did before. I did Pilates, you know? I was a New York actress, and now I'm like, ah! Yeah.
Have you really gotten into it, or does it still just feel like part of the job? Like, has it been like, do you crave, like, people that really get into working out, sometimes it goes one of two ways.
Right.
They either become that person that's like,
Right.
I can't wait, or that person that's like, I gotta do
totally
this
that
again.
person until winter, and then I'm like, I'm the Doritos person, like on the couch, and I'm like, I'll wear a lot of layers, no one will know, and then the summer comes, and I start getting into shape again. You know who is that person? Jesse.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesse. Yeah.
Jesse is that
Yeah.
person.
Oh God, yeah. Just talks about working out all the time. Yeah. We work out at the same place, so I enjoy it. But yeah,
you guys
Jesse.
go like as a whole squad, you show up
We
someplace?
do. We all go to the same place.
That's gotta be fun.
Yeah.
That makes it easier when you go like as a team or a group or something,
We don't
right?
go together, but we see each
Oh,
other.
but you see each other across
It's
and
not like
passing.
workout time, guys. No, we do like to spend time apart.
You guys live in one big house.
Yeah.
You travel to and fro in a
Yeah.
bus.
Real world, Chicago PD.
Okay, what do I have left? Just one? I got one question left. Come on down. Let's do it up.
Hi, Marina.
Hi. I love your fanny pack.
Thank you so much. I wanted to know, out of all the people you've worked with, all of your co-stars, who's the person who you think you've like learned the most from, or just enjoyed working with the most?
Probably Amy Morton. I was doing theater before this, and I just feel like she's like just a guide and just knows so much about acting. If I could have her career in theater, she's done every single role that every actress would want to play. But she's given me such wonderful tips, and she's really nice, and she cooks really well. So I made sure to solidify that friendship real early on. It's like, oh, you're cooking dinner? I'm available. So yeah, Amy, definitely. Thanks.
Does the wisdom, experience, and awesomeness? Let's say the cooking. Let's say the cooking is established. It's awesome.
Okay.
Let's say it wasn't.
So you don't want me to bring it up? Oh.
No. I'm saying, what if it wasn't? Would you forgo everything else and say no? I need. Is that like part of it for you? Someone has to be a good cook. Can you accept their friendship without the cooking abilities?
The problem is, and you'll think I'm just saying this, but I eat like a college boy. Like if there's dry ramen and ketchup, I'm like, all right, I'll work with this. Like rather than I will.
I'll find a way.
If there's just cheese, I'll just eat a block of cheese. I can cook. I just hate it. So cooking is definitely like a seduction
Plus.
factor. Oh yeah. If you're a cooker, I'm like, I can work with this friendship. I'm like, I don't like you, but you're a really excellent cook.
That's how it works then. If they cook, you'll overlook others.
Yeah.
You won't overlook the cooking.
Yeah.
And you referred to yourself moments ago as a Dorito in the winter, so I don't find it too tough a pill to swallow.
You know, it's funny. It's really, I've said Doritos, I've said cheese. It's really chocolate and chocolate chip cookies.
Ultimately, any sponsor is what we're saying as we wrap this up. If
I'm trying to be
anyone-
subtle, and you are not helping. I'm like chocolate
no.
chip cookies, Tate's, Oreo, Dorito, anything,
2019, we're on the internet. Subtlety went out the window.
Yeah. I'm on
long
Instagram,
time
Marina
ago.
SQU, whatever. I just got 500,000 followers, so I'm like a big deal.
Round of applause for the 500,000.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm getting a signal. I'm going to wrap things up. I will remind the world once again with my nifty note card, of course, that it is Wednesdays, 10/9 Central on NBC, Chicago PD. Do not miss it. A couple weeks, you're going to get a great episode. Couple of days, she's going to go work on a huge episode.
Burzek Army, unite.
Burzek Army, unite.
We're back, kind of.
I had so much fun. I'll say it again. I hope
Okay.
you come back. Congrats on season 7.
Thank you.
you for being a wonderful audience. Let's make a ridiculous amount of noise and thank Marina for being here.
guys.
Marina Squerciati, everybody. Come on.